Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. For those of you who don't know, I started Grumpy Old Fart to express my political and social opinions and to say things that I felt needed to be said. Unfortunately, YouTube started giving me strikes. As a hedge against this happening, I've created backup YouTube channels, Grumpy Old Gamer and Grumpy Old Ufologist. I also created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can find all of my stuff there, including my political opinion and current events. The link to my Rumble channel, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena video on the Chipute discovery, and I hope I'm saying this guy's name right. Chipute was an archaeologist. It's a man's name. He's Chinese, as I understand it. So I'm hoping. I think he's Chinese. My contention is it's a man's name, so you probably read it correctly. I'm just saying. I've done videos on how the scientific community hides certain facts that contradict their story of human and world history. They've been teaching this story for more than a century, and they don't want to deviate from that. Lord only knows why. Check out my videos on unexplained phenomena, especially my video on Michael Cremo's book, Forbidden Archaeology. My wife has bought me that book, and man, it's really good. It's a bit of a difficult read because this guy is not. He's not an author per se. He's a scientist, so he writes like a scientific journal. So it may be a little tough to get through, but the information is, oh my God, prime. This guy knows his stuff. Okay? Michael Cremo's brilliant. Now, I recently read an account from a very reliable source of a story I had never heard before. And I figured I'd relay that story and give you my input and my opinion. Back in 1938, an archaeologist named Chipute, C-H-I-P-U-T-E-I, he made an odd discovery. He was working in the, I'm going to try to say this right, Bayan-Kara-Ula Mountains. B-A-I-A-N-K-A-R-A-U-L-A. The Bayan-Kara-Ula Mountains, near the Sino-Tibetan border. He found a regularly aligned row of graves beneath cave drawings of beings wearing helmets along with depictions of the stars, the sun, and the moon. Now, he excavated these graves. He found that the graves contained small, frail skeletons with unusually large skulls. Chipute theorized that the remains were those of an extinct species of small mountain ape, and that the cave drawings were left there afterwards by humans. Now, since apes don't bury their dead in systematic rows, his theory was laughed at and the incident was forgotten. And, keep in mind, in 1938, people weren't really talking about aliens, so, Then, in 1962, Professor, I gotta try to get this guy's name right too, Tsum Nui. I'll spell it for you. T-S-U-M-U-M-N-U-I. Tsum Nui. And I'm butchering these people's names, and I apologize. They're good people. They deserve to get their names said right. Everybody does. Now, anyway, in 1962, this Professor Tsum Nui of the Academy of Prehistoric Research in Beijing began translating stone plates that were found among the graves. The translation told a very, very interesting story. According to the stone plates, a group of beings crash-landed on the third planet of this star system about 12,000 years ago. When they could not repair their craft, the group tried to make friends with the mountain tribes in the area. These tribes, the tribesmen, proceeded to hunt them down and kill them due to their non-human features. This translation and the story were also dismissed because accepted archaeological and paleontology says that humans on this world didn't exist in their current form 12,000 years ago. Enter Michael Cremo and all of the other scientists who have found an abundance of evidence that says humans have been an advanced species on this planet far longer than 12,000 years ago. I named this video Unexplained Phenomena because at this point, one has to ask the question, if we've had evidence of alien visitation to this world, including physical remains of alien beings, why aren't these stories being rewritten? Why has DNA from these skeletons not been tested? Now, in 38 and even in the 60s and the 70s, DNA wasn't what it is now. But now it is. Now, I realize that at this point, Communist China is a very closed society. There has been evidence of multicultural presence in China for decades. This presence was proven in the form of mummies found which predate the 1800s by a long, long while. The place was the Tarim Basin. And these weren't alien mummies. These were mummies of red-haired people, European types, that kind of thing. But China refuses to acknowledge this find because that would mean there were non-Chinese people living there centuries ago. I understand that there are political reasons for this. But evidence, real evidence of alien beings visiting this world would change everything. Human beings would be forced to acknowledge that we are not alone in the universe. I cannot help but think that this would melt away our differences and unite us as a species. Maybe that's the real issue. Maybe there are people on this world who thrive off of these differences and refuse to allow any changes to the status quo. And for that, we all suffer. That's the part I don't get. That's the unexplained phenomena of this video. This guy found these back in 1938, and everybody laughed at him when he said it was mountain apes. Okay, fine, it's not mountain apes. In 1962, this other professor at the Academy of Prehistoric Research in Beijing translated stone plates found in the graves, and he finds out that, gee, they're aliens. And nobody's bothering to do DNA testing. Why? There's got to be a reason. That's all I'm saying. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.